Here's a quick question for you. What's the most important part of your family's college plan? Is it the FAFSA, your 529 strategy, whether your kid can get into a big name school? Nope, it's none of these. And I want to walk you through why, because once this clicks, it changes how you handle everything else. Hi, I'm Ann Garcia. As a certified financial planner and the author of How to Pay for College, I've helped thousands of families save millions of dollars on college. Let's start with a number. Last year, the Ivy League schools got nearly 400,000 applications. They admitted a total of about 21,000 of those students. That means that most of those students walked away disappointed. Here's the thing. We've let a handful of highly selective schools convince us that somehow they're the gatekeepers to a good adulthood. But the data doesn't back that up. Students who get turned down by highly selective schools go on to have economic outcomes similar to students who get in. How you go to college matters far more than where you go to college. And when you look at where success actually comes from, Goldman Sachs' recent intern class came from nearly 500 different colleges. Harvard Business School's most recent class came from 296 different undergraduate schools. This year's Rhodes Scholars came from 19 different colleges, everything from Harvard to the University of Alabama, Stanford to Pepperdine. There's only one name that matters on that diploma, and it's yours. So if it's not the name of the school, what is it? There was a study, the Gallup-Purdue Index, that tracked what actually predicts life satisfaction, engagement, and well-being after college. And it wasn't the type of school. Public or private, big or small, selective or not, barely mattered. What mattered was whether students had what they call the Big Six experiences. A professor who made them excited about learning, feeling like professors cared about them as a person, a mentor who encouraged their goals, a project that took a semester or more to complete, an internship that connected classwork to the real world, and active involvement in extracurriculars. Students who had all 6 of those, 75% of them graduated in 4 years. Students who didn't have any of them, just 61%. Listen to that again. The differentiator wasn't the school's ranking. It was whether the student found these experiences wherever they landed. So here's where this gets practical. If it's not about chasing prestige and it's about your student finding the right experiences and the right fit, that changes the whole conversation you need to have at home. And that conversation is about your budget. Not the FAFSA, not 529 versus Roth, but talking to your kids directly about what your family can afford before senior year, before the acceptance letter comes in the mail. I know this feels about as fun as the other talk, but you survived that one and you'll survive this one too. And here's how to make it easier. First, focus on goals, not constraints. Instead of you can only apply to state schools, try we want you to graduate debt-free and we've saved so that you can. We know we can afford our in-state options and we're confident you'll find great choices in that range if you want to look further. Same budget, completely different feeling. Second, ask open-ended questions. What do you picture when you think about college? What are you willing to do to expand your options? Work? Apply for scholarships? Take out loans? Questions like these bring your student into the process instead of handing them a decision already made. And normalize money conversations early. Not your salary or your mortgage, but how you make decisions. We save on eating out so we can prioritize family trips. Teaches a lot more than we can't afford that. Here's the through line in all of this. The school's name isn't going to determine your student's future. The experiences they have and whether you can afford the college that they want to go to will. And here's something worth sitting with. Give your kids some credit and give yourself some credit too. Your student is going to succeed in life primarily because of who they are, the character, the curiosity, the resilience they already carry, not because of someone else's name on their diploma. And a lot of who they are, that's because of who you raised them to be, the values you modeled, the conversations you had, the way you handled money, mistakes, and hard talks in your own house. Skip the chase for the golden ticket. Have the budget conversation early and often. Help your student find a school where they'll fit in and have those Big Six experiences. And trust that you've already given them and yourself more credit than you're giving either of you right now. That's the plan that actually pays off. If this video helped you rethink what actually matters in the college process, please do two things. Give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, because we've still got the FAFSA, Financial Aid Awards, and 529 strategy to get through together. I'm Garcia, and I'll see you again soon.